I feel like you've probably covered this in some way. My husband is autistic and likes solid evidence. Can you please explain why a wife isn't responsible for and can't really fix her husband's pornography or lust problem? Yeah, let's talk about it. We can start with Galatians and the fruits of the Spirit, right? Love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, and self-control. And so nowhere in that verse does it say that a wife is supposed to be her husband's external self-control or the way in which he learns to exhibit his self-control. The other thing is when a husband is expecting his wife to fix or be responsible for his pornography or lust problem, he is objectifying her, he is commodifying her, he is essentially using her as his methadone. Your wife is not a drug to fix your problems. And why is it this is kind of the only area that we expect one spouse to be responsible for another one? If a wife, I'm going to use some stereotypes here, which I don't like doing, but I think it's going to drive the point home. If a wife has a shopping addiction, do we say, well, if your husband bought you more stuff, you wouldn't have a shopping addiction? If one spouse has a gambling addiction, do we tell the other, well, you just need to love them harder. You need to do more for them and they wouldn't be addicted? It's only in this area where we expect one spouse to take responsibility for the bad choices and addictive behavior of the other one. And if your husband likes hard evidence, then he needs to go to the Bible and find a verse from Jesus, preferably, that shows you that you are responsible for his lust. Because really, the top verse that I think about when Jesus addressed lust, he told men to pluck their eyes out. He didn't tell women to give their husbands more sex. Hopefully this information can get a conversation started for you, but you need to remember that a man who believes his wife is there to fix his lust problem doesn't have a lot of motivation to be convinced otherwise. Because in the first scenario, he gets to put the responsibility for his problems onto her. If he's convinced otherwise, he has to start taking responsibility for his bad choices. And that's going to be really hard for a lot of people. So what I'm going to recommend is you both start following Dr. Andrew J. Bauman. You read his books, you follow his social media accounts, because he has a lot of great information about a pornified mindset. And it sounds like your husband might have a pornified mindset. And a hallmark of that is believing that women and their sexuality is a commodity for male consumption. And then I'm also going to recommend that you both get in to see a therapist, because it sounds like there's some deeper issues here that need addressed. Good luck, my friend.